Amy Duggar didn't hesitate when she and husband Dylan King were asked whose family sucks more during a TikTok game. Both Amy and Dylan instantly pointed to the reality star, whose family is still reeling in the aftermath of cousin Josh's conviction. In an Instagram story, Amy and Dylan rested in bed while playing a game on TikTok called Questions for Couples. The game makers labeled the version the couple were about to play as the It's Gonna Start a Fight edition. And the two did get off to a mixed start, each pointing at the other when asked, who usually gets to pick the TV shows you watch? The very next question asked, whose family sucks more? Amy's eyes popped as she and Dylan pointed directly at her. Later, in a follow-up Instagram story, Amy tried to justify her choice, explaining that she had no idea that was going to be a question on that TikTok we just did. The Duggar cousin laughed at her response, before adding, that was kind of perfect. Family life has been far from perfect for Amy, 35, who has been rebelling against her ultra-conservative family for years now. Her voice has only grown louder in the wake of Josh's conviction. Amy recently slammed toxic people who exploit innocent children and lies for a few clicks in a pointed tweet, directed at her own family. She wrote, "Sometimes I can be naive and think that everyone is genuinely a good person. But that's not true, and it's a sad world. But it's extremely unhealthy for me to continue to be kind to someone who exploits innocent children and lies for a few clicks. Block the toxic." While it is unclear who she is exactly talking about, Amy claimed she had seen appalling DMs that the toxic person in question had shared as she responded to a follower. Amy wrote, "People started sending me screenshots of convos they were having with her in DMs, so I started paying more attention, and just was appalled. I just want to be surrounded by good people and zero drama. You know? Life is so short." Amy recently shared a cryptic quote featuring the traits of a sociopath after the verdict came down. Amy shared a tweet that read, "Lack of remorse, guilt or empathy, constant deception, inability to form emotional attachments, superficial charm, dishonesty, manipulative, reckless behavior." The tweet came after Josh was found guilty of possession on December 9th, and fans were quick to assume it was about him. Earlier that same week, Amy shared another cryptic tweet. The quote she shared read, "My comfort comes from knowing God is in control, even in the chaos." Amy didn't include additional context, but spoke out several times during the trial. She also spoke out after the trial when news broke that Jana Duggar pleaded guilty to charges of endangering a child. Amy took aim at Jim Bob and his wife Michelle, slamming them for taking advantage of the eldest daughter Jana. She went on a lengthy rant on Twitter, writing, "I believe that if you are a parent you should watch your own children. It's not right to always have someone else watching them for you. Okay, let me clear something up. I'm not talking about loving good parents that work and provide for their families. I support that. Of course. I'm talking about people who rely on aunts or friends or anyone that takes advantage of people. Just simply because they can.